Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Kotobukiya ArtFX Plus DC Comics Catwoman. That's right, now that we've got the entire Justice League team in this ArtFX Plus style, let's start adding some other characters. Kotobukiya is doing just that by giving us Catwoman. As you can see, Catwoman comes in the same style packaging that fully showcases the figure on the inside. There's a nice little purple background behind her, and on the left-hand side we get an image of Catwoman, while on the right-hand side we get a Catwoman logo. Catwoman here is in the 1/10 scale, meaning she stands roughly about 7 inches tall. So she'll fit in perfectly with those other Justice League figures in the ArtFX Plus lineup. She's a pre-painted statue, so there's really no assembly or anything like that really required. She's already painted and ready for display, but she does include a few little accessories. First of all, she does have a whip accessory that does need to be assembled. The whip is very nice because it's made so that it hangs just like an actual rope. You can see it's very loose, very flexible, and in her right hand she is holding the handle of the whip, so you'll just take the little plug there and you'll just plug it right into the handle that's in her hand and it's ready to be displayed. It's really cool because since it's loose and hangs like an actual whip, you can kind of wrap that around her leg or just lay it on the base there however you wish to display the whip at her side. Now the statue itself is beautifully sculpted, just like Kotobukiya is known for in their ArtFX Plus statues, and she also features an incredibly cool paint job. The black catsuit that she's wearing is very shiny, giving it the effect of like a shiny pleather-like material. She's got some great details at the boots, such as the little silver buckles at the sides and the nice little silver ring in the zipper going up the front there. And then you'll notice that the skin tone really stands out because it's much more flat. It's not as glossy as the outfit she's wearing. It's a nice, subtle, light skin tone where she's got some nice bright red lips and a beautiful sculpt on her face. Now, all of these ArtFX Plus statues from Kotobukiya do have a bit of an anime influence, which is apparent in her face sculpt there. Now, to add even more display options to this particular figure, Catwoman does include 2 different pairs of goggles that can be snapped right onto her face. You will notice that there's a little gray band that's kind of going around the back of her head, which is the band of her goggles. So you can display her without them, but it will always have that band going around her head. The goggles themselves just plug into small little notches that you'll see on either side of her forehead there. So she has 1 pair of goggles that is a smaller pair that do have more translucent little goggle pieces so you can still see her eyes underneath. The second pair of goggles she includes are much larger with yellow lenses that are a little bit more frosted so you can't see through them as well, but still very cool looking. I actually think these are my favorite of the 2 included goggles. Then, of course, just like all of the other ArtFX Plus statues from Kotobukiya, she includes a square black display base. Now, unlike the Justice League bases, it does not have the Justice League logo on there. It's just a plain black. But this works exactly the same way as those other figures. If you look at the bottom of her feet, you'll notice that her right foot has an embedded magnet. This allows her to cling to this display base very nicely, and will allow you to be able to display her anywhere on this base without the need for a peg system. What's really nice about this is you can actually line her up with some of those other DC ArtFX Plus statues, or you can even have them standing on the same base for one another to display these characters however you want to. She looks great when pairing up with the Batman ArtFX Plus statue. So there you go, guys. There's a look at the brand new DC Comics Catwoman from the Kotobukiya ArtFX Plus line. I was a big fan of their Justice League statues, and it's really cool that they are upping the ranks of the DC characters in this ArtFX Plus lineup. So for more information on Kotobukiya and their products, you can check them out online at www.kotous.com, and feel free to like them on Facebook at facebook.com/Kotobukiya. Until next time,